Today, we're going to take a look at the all-new 2020 Mercedes-Benz G63 AMG. Huge shout out to Foreign Car Charlotte for providing this vehicle for me today. These are in high demand right now. This one is finished off in diamond white metallic. It had an original MSRP of $173,000. This one is for sale for $191,000. So you can see that these are in tight demand and they are selling quick. So huge shout out to them. Definitely check out their website. We're going to start off today's video by going up underneath the hood, where you'll find the handcrafted 4-liter bi-turbo V8 engine. This is paired to the AMG Speed Shift 9-speed transmission. It produces 577 horsepower, around 6,000 RPM, and 627 pound-feet of torque as low as 2,500 RPM. It sends all that power to all 4 wheels. This vehicle weighs in around 5,800 pounds. It'll do 0 to 60 in around 4.5 seconds. It has a top speed close to 150 miles an hour. This also has a 26-gallon fuel tank. You can expect to see around 13 miles per gallon in the city and 15 out on the highway. This has a wheelbase of 113.8 inches. The overall length is 191.9. It has a width of 78.1, a height of 77.4, and ground clearance measures in at 9.2 inches. This also has an approach angle just over 30 degrees, a departure angle just under 30 degrees, and a wading depth of 27.5 inches. With all those specifications out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the exterior walk around on the 2020 G-Wagon. We're going to start up front with the large Mercedes logo. You can see there's a forward-facing camera nicely integrated above that, and then vertical slots run throughout the grille. You can see there's a square theme running throughout it, as you'll see on the rest of this vehicle, providing great openings for airflow to the engine. This has a stainless steel brush guard on the lower section here. You can see there's parking sensors on the lower section of the bumper, along with some mesh in a little bit different style. I like the contrast between the upper mesh and the lower mesh. You'll see on the sides, this comes with LED headlights and LED daytime running lights. There's a really nice ring around the headlight, which is of course the DRL. And then we have the turn signals mounted up on the top here. Classic for the G-Wagon. I think it's a really cool design how they've separated that. And then looking at the hood now, we have really nice lines that run down it. You can see it's separated from the rest of the fenders here, and it's elevated a bit, just adding to that aggressive front end. Down below, this also features skid plates, so this is an off-roader. It's well protected up underneath. And you can see the windshield is steeply raked, adding to that squared-off appearance from the front end. But let's go ahead and work our way to the side. We're going to start off with these wheels. They measure 22 inches. They have a 7 double-spoke design to them and a fantastic finish. I absolutely love the side profile of this vehicle, especially with the wheels. I think that just makes it. You'll also notice all of the black molding that runs from the front of the vehicle all the way through the door handles and to the back. You'll see the top section of the mirrors are body colored. They're power folding, heated, and feature the integrated turn signal. And then I think one of my other favorite parts on the G-Wagon is the side exit exhaust. This has dual exhaust on both sides, and it sounds really good, so we'll go ahead and take a listen. We have even more black molding running around the roof here, just adding to that classic appearance. There's also a sunroof up on the top as well. And then as we make our way to the back here, you'll see all the windows are squared off. We have more black trim running around the windows. And before we get to the rear here, just looking from this angle, you can see the fender flares on the side of the G-Wagon stick out, just adding to that aggressive appearance. But now at the rear end, you can see the full-size spare has a nice cover on it. This has LED taillights. The new integrated backup camera has been relocated to the lower section of the door. I think that's a really good spot. You'll also notice down below we have the Class 4 hitch, capable of towing up to 6,500 pounds. Now with the key, let's go ahead and jump into the interior. One thing that I wanted to point out with the G-Wagon, if you've never been around one before, it has such a cool sound when you lock and unlock the vehicle, along with opening and closing the door. So I'm gonna go ahead and lock it. It's just such a solid mechanical feel or sound. Same with the door. No other car does that. It's a very cool experience. Moving on to the door panel now, you'll see it's finished off in macchiato beige. It is completely covered in leather and stitching. You'll see very nice carbon fiber and a brushed aluminum trim piece surrounding that. We have the release handle with the Burmester audio sound system. There's also a speaker down in the lower section. Beautiful finish on the speaker covers. You have all of these seating adjustments along with the memory seating adjustments, your heated and ventilated seats, lock and unlock, and of course all of your side mirror and window controls. and some storage space down below. It is a fantastic looking door panel, very nice grab handle. And then going ahead and hopping inside, you'll see that macchiato beige continues on these seats. They have very nice bolstering support to them and are pretty comfortable as well. Looking at the steering wheel now, it's completely finished off in espresso brown. It has a really nice design to it. It's almost squared off on each side and has a stripe on the top here. Very nice perforated leather as well on both sides, with solid leather on the top and the bottom, along with a flat bottom design. To the right, we have the dial for all the different driving modes. So there's slippery, individual, comfort, sport, and sport plus. And then above that, we have controls for the center screen. So you have a home button, an OK button, a back button, and then your volume and Bluetooth and voice commands. On the left side, we have your adaptive cruise and normal cruise control settings. And then just underneath that, you have the engine start stop feature, along with the sport mode for the exhaust. This also has steering wheel mounted paddle shifters that are finished off in aluminum. They have a very nice click to them. And then to the left of the steering wheel, we have all the headlight controls along with the emergency parking brake. You have your lane keeping assist along with the parking sensors. And if you can already tell, this has the ambient interior lighting package. It's by the grab handles. You can see it under more of the leather. There's a very nice air vent just above that. We have more of that espresso brown covering the entire dash. It looks very nice with this grab handle over on the passenger side along with carbon fiber. And then if we jump all the way back to the first 12.3-inch screen, you can see the tach right in the center along with your miles per hour. Off and to the left side, we currently show the miles. You have your average MPG on the right side. If I just click on the home button on the left side of the steering wheel, you will see a bunch of different settings appear, and you can actually use this center dial here and swipe on it. So you can go through all your information from service to drive assistance. You have performance, so just clicking on that button, we can see the boost off and to the left side. Then we can go back and scroll over to trip. You can pull up your navigation on that left side when that is up and running. And then we have radio, media, phone, and different designs that you can go into. So going into this, we have sport right now. We can swipe down to classic, which just gives you this view here. And then the last one is going to be progressive. And then moving on to the second 12.3-inch screen, I'm just going to use the controls down below, which I'll show you here in a second. We have some of the same settings like navigation, radio, media. You have your vehicle that you can go into along with system. So just by going into vehicle, you can go to your seats, your climate control, you can go to dynamic select and go through all of your various information. You can go down to assistance and consumption, along with all of the ambient lighting settings. All of those controls that I was using were on this pad right here. So you have the back button, your home button, the rotary dial just in front of that. There's also a pad on the top that you can swipe as well to go left and right. On the right side, we have the volume for the radio along with the exhaust note. We can pull up the cameras, and using that rotary dial, we can go to the different screens. So you can see 4 different surround view camera angles. We have the backup camera, another angle from the rear, and then even some guidelines on the rear. So it's very cool how you can see pretty much around this entire vehicle. And then off and to the right, we do have a low range gear as well. On the left side, we have traction control along with the suspension settings. Pushing on this dial here is for manual mode, allowing you to use the paddle shifters. And then we do have the different driving modes that you can go into. So along with the steering wheel, you can adjust it using this dial. Just in front of that, we have 2 cup holders along with some more carbon fiber to easily hide those away. And then right in the center, you'll see there are 2 more air vents along with the 3 locking differentials that this vehicle has. So we have front, center, and rear, and a very nice aluminum trim piece surrounds all of that. As we make our way up underneath that, we have some more toggle switches for the AC, temperature for driver and passenger, and then there's some more shortcuts for your radio, navigation, media, along with phone and a clock. I love this upgraded screen for the 2020. It's definitely a nice touch to see that across the dash. As we work our way back to the center armrest here, just by pushing on this button, you'll see that open up. We have plenty of room, and then you can close these up individually. And then looking at the glove box, you'll notice more of that ambient lighting. Perfect amount of space in here for anything that needs to go there. We'll go ahead and take another look at these seats. Really, really nice contrasting against the brown dash. I absolutely love that. And then up top, this does have a sunroof. You have a few controls up in the top there, along with the dome lights. So getting into the back of the G-Wagon now, we have that solid click that I absolutely love. These seats are super comfortable as well. I am 5'10". I have the front seat set at my height. I have a good amount of space for my feet, and then about a foot of headroom. So it's very nice to be in the back. You have adjustable headrests, and these seats are currently in the fully reclined position. So you definitely have a comfortable feel. The door panel is finished off just like up front. I love all the materials. And then right in the center, we have a digital screen for the fan and temperature for the back seat. And then the cubby up underneath has a little bit of storage along with a 12 volt. You do have an adjustable armrest in the center and 2 cup holders, and these seats have a 60-40 split to them, so you can easily fold them down and you have plenty of room into the back. And last up, it's time to take a look at the rear storage space. So we have a handle just like on the other 4 doors. We can easily open this up. You'll notice right off the bat there's quilted leather and carpet on the back end of this, and then you'll see the carpet extends to the flooring here along with on the sides. It is a very nice material and it's super luxurious. There's tie-down hooks so you can secure any luggage, and then with the back seats folded all the way down, there's plenty of room. There's no overhangs or anything, so you can put larger items in here, or if you'd like to cover them up, you have this removable cover, and you can put things through the seat just by opening that up. So there's definitely a lot of space, and then we can easily close this up and listen to that sound. All right guys, so my brother Brian is joining me on the test drive. Because of how quickly these cars are selling, this is our only opportunity to check one out. So once again, huge shout out to Foreign Car Charlotte. Definitely check them out.
Yeah, even talking to Mercedes, every time they even get one in, they're already sold. Wow.
Did you hear that?
So these are a very hot commodity, selling for 40 grand over sticker.
That's insane. But you know what? I love the redesign. I love this screen. It's been a while since I've seen this screen in the Mercedes.
I did a few recently, so yeah, I'm used to this.
But that was the one drawback that I felt in the previous G-Wagon. So I think the last one we drove was the 4x4 squared, which was a 2019, right? 2018?
Something like that, yeah.
2019. And it just felt like the car was outdated for what it was. But
the G-Wagon in general, the previous one, has been around for almost 10 years. And that was the biggest thing. It is the coolest SUV. Some people hate the look, but you don't see anything like this, and I think it looks amazing. But it was the coolest SUV, but it had all the old Mercedes stuff in it, so it was lacking.
And I love the redesign here. This is pretty awesome.
This is the new cream of the crop Mercedes, which is beautiful. Wow, just the thrust of that. And it's so comfortable.
I got some side bolster support kicking back on me.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
sorry, what were you saying?
Just very solid feeling.
Oh yeah, dude, this is way nicer. Wow. And unfortunately, we don't get a long test drive today, so that's it for me.
My turn.
Ryan, you're up. But yeah, I mean, just the fit and finish of it is much more updated. I love the style of it.
Like feeling the aluminum, leather, and carbon, and then all this ambient lighting. This feels like something special. Yeah. Like the other one was lacking. Wow.
You hear that?
But yeah, this is
so much nicer. I love the steering wheel too. Wait until you feel that. Okay. Oh,
you gotta slam the door.
Yeah.
So now inside the G-Wagon.
Honestly, I would love to take this off-road. It comes with 3 locking diffs.
Yeah.
Why not take it off-road? Oh, I was in comfort mode, so why don't you go to something a little more aggressive? Sport
so we
Plus.
Have Sport mode, and this is all just like normal Mercedes. You have manual icon here.
It's a lot easier to go through than the previous generation for sure.
Yeah, throttle response is perfect.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? Going around this turn, there's no body roll.
Like we felt in the 4x4?
Yeah.
But that's so much bigger.
Yeah, and even the normal G-Wagon, you can't do this. I'm going 35 miles an hour. You cannot do what I'm doing in a normal G. This is just...
That sounds good.
Man, it's crazy because the refinements that the G-Wagon was lacking in the previous generations, where you're sacrificing so much just to get the coolest, craziest looking SUV.
Now it's all integrated into it.
But now it drives like a Mercedes, which is amazing because this is something you can actually enjoy driving and not be sacrificing the ride quality. And even just cruising around a parking lot now, we'll go back into just comfort mode. It's comfortable, smooth, and taking those turns and everything, it feels like a normal car, but you still get this ridiculous tank-looking, off-road capable, ridiculous SUV that there's nothing that can compete with this. It's so cool in my opinion.
I love it. I wish we could drive it longer today.
Yep.
But that's gonna be about it for our test drive and review. We do have a full review on a 2015 and the 4x4 squared, where we drive those a little bit more. So if you want to see those videos, we'll have them popping up on the screen throughout this video, along with down in the description below.
But it is nice though, at least just getting our bearings with the new one. And we only went not that far, but at least getting up to about 40 miles an hour. You can sense just the upgrades, how it's a good normal car.
It's very nice. I would take it. It's awesome. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up, smash that subscribe button. Once again, huge shout out to Foreign Car Charlotte. Their website is in the description below. Check them out as well. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and smash the notification bell. That way you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. We'll see you guys in the next video.